Fine. So today we'll discuss this point sampling again, but the topic will be the vertical point sampling. In the previous session we have already discussed the horizontal point sampling. So, and that is also important for the examination point of view, right? You'll get one or two questions from this point sampling itself. So all you need to prepare well for that. So let's start the things. So again I am started from this definition so that you, those who have not understand yesterday, can understand the things very easily. So counting from a random point the number of trees whose BH cross section exceeds a certain critical angle when multiplied by the constant factor. So that's the same concept is utilized for the vertical point also, as we have discussed in the horizontal point, that we need one random point, isn't it? Then you have to have that BH cross section. But if you're talking about this horizontal, then the BH cross section will be there. But if we talk about the vertical, then basically talking about the mean stand height, right? That's the vertical means here. So but still this concept will be there, that we need a random point, then again the number of trees will be there, only this vertical mean stand height has to be there with certain critical angle again will be there. So we can use this this definition also for this vertical point sampling. Is it okay? So now let's start the things here. So vertical point sampling, so developed by this Japanese forester Hirata. He has developed this technique, and the purpose for developing this sampling process is to calculate the mean stand height, right? To mean stand height. This is the only purpose for this vertical point sampling, as the name suggests, vertical. So we have to look vertical to the tree, right? Let me show you through the image. This is vertical, right? You are looking like that. This is one random point, so this conical shape will be there, because from the random point lots of trees will be there. For example, this will be conical, this is for sample points. Obviously you just see there, you are looking from here, so one conical has to be formed there. And if you're looking like that, again conical has to be there. So this is the things that we need to understand. There's the developed by this Hirata to calculate the mean stand height there. Is it okay? Concept will be same. We have a one random point, and from here we have to look there. Let me have a second image to explain this concept here. Just look at there, isn't it? After 30 minutes, right? So you just look, one random point we have here, and from this random point, listen carefully, we have to have a full 360 sweep around the sample point. Is it okay? That's the things one need to understand. You just look at here again. If this is the sample point, you are standing here, or for example you are looking all this tree 360 degree sweep. Is it okay? From one point you are looking all the tree around your sample point. It means totally 360 degree movement will be there. Is it okay? So this is the sample point, and all this 360 movement will be there. So you just look at there is one conical part has to be formed itself here, and this is the way to count the number of trees. Those who come in your, again the same concept, the critical angle should be should be less than the things that we are supposed to measure. Is it okay? Again I go for the definition so that you people can understand. This is, look at this, it exceeds a certain critical angle. So similarly your eyesight or some visibility should be exceed your critical angle here itself. Is it okay? If you look at here, and then the tally, and here you can look at those who not come in your sight, that should not be, don't tally, don't, just look at here on this image itself. And this h is you can say that this is the average height that has been taken, average height h, and this is the point where you are taking a sample, that is a random sample point, and this is the angle has to be formed here, and you are looking 360 degree movement, and all the tree has to be counted here itself with this manner. Those who are coming in your sight, that is tally, those will come under your line of sight, that is not tally. You just look at here, right? So in this way we have to count the number of trees here. Is it okay? Right, up to this point is it clear to all of you now? It's not so difficult, but at least you try to understand. And then when the things has to be done there, Then again you have to use the simple trigonometrical formula or the mathematical tools to evaluate the data, right? So I have some equation for you. So the area of the base of the cone in which the trees of average height h are seen, right? Area of the base of the cone in which tree of average height h. So I hope you go cone, you have understand that you have already seen there how the cone has been formed. So the area of that base will be, this is the formula has been given here, right? This is the formula that one need to understand here. Is it okay? And how the formula has been derived, let me explain you these things also. So you just look at here, this angle, this. So to calculate the area, the formula will be pi OA square, pi OA square. Is it okay? Pi OA square. And what will be the OA square? So obviously using this 90 degree or this perpendicular triangle, we are able to evaluate the value of OA also. Is it okay? So and that then we are able to get this formula, pi h square tan 2p into divided by 1000 hectare. That is the area of the base in which tree of average height h are seen. Is it okay? P, you can understand that P is this angle, P, the angle is there, and h is this h, average height of your stand. Is it okay? The pi h square tan 2p, and then we have this divided by, sorry, the tan 2p is, it will be tan square p, right? You need to understand here, this should be the formula will be like that, pi h square, then we have a tan square, right? Tan square, not tan 2p, tan square p, and the whole has been divided by 10,000 hectare. So through this you are able to get the area of the base. This is the one mathematical equation that one need to know. So this is tan square p, not tan 2p. Is it okay? Then we have to count this number of trees, as we have already counted this number of trees in horizontal point sampling. So number of tree in this area will be again the same, n, if it is small n, n pi h square, again this will be tan square p, right? Tan square p upon 10,000 hectare, and n, this capital N is number of trees per hectare. How many trees are there per hectare? You need to make it correction. Remember the n pi h square tan square p, not tan 2p, divided by 10,000 hectare. I have written tan square p, but I know that when I convert on PDF I get this equation again, right? When I'm making the slide, this is tan square p, but after making it PDF I'll get this tan 2p here, but it should be tan square p, right? So formula will be n pi h square tan square p, that is divided by 10,000 hectare. So through this you are able to get the number of trees in this particular area, this area on which you are doing all your vertical point sampling exercises. Right now the question is, I am talking about from the very first, the average height, how the average height has to be calculated, right? So this is the formula for average height. H is equal to 100, right, divided by tan p into again under root this n upon pi n. N, you have seen the number of trees, n number of trees per hectare, p is the angle that you have already seen there. Is it okay? So through this formula you are able to get the average height that we are talking about, average height of, or the mean stand height that we need to calculate through this vertical point sampling. So this is the formula that one need to use here. And there is one condition that has to be developed here. If the critical angle is 45 degree, just take an example. If critical angle is 45 degree, then the average height will be this, h 56.4 under root n by n. Again the capital N is number of trees per hectare, and n, you all know the number of trees in that particular area where you are performing your vertical point sampling exercises. 56.4 under root, and using this principle of this critical angle 45 degree, the one instrument has been developed, conimeter, right? So for vertical point sampling this instrument has to be used, and this instrument subtends a critical angle of 45 degree. Have you get that? So this all about for this vertical point sampling. This is the that's why I told you is a very small concept that we need to understand, and that's for the academic purpose only. Is it okay? So this all about this vertical point sampling. So now if you people have any kind of question, you can ask.